Hello, everyone, and happy new moon in Sagittarius. I'm doing something a little bit differently this new moon because I'm super low energy. I didn't have time to get to filming this until the actual day of the new moon. So I'm just super low energy and decided to just do a collective reading instead of a pick a card. So this is for everybody. If you felt called to this reading, if you feel called to any of these images here, we've got some cat tarot or white cat tarot card messages. We have the angels and ancestors oracle, the archetype oracle, as well as the divine masters oracle for a ascended master message and guide for this new moon, but also carrying into 2024. This new moon is very much reflecting on 2023 and looking at 2024. We're kind of at this bridge or this gap of like one foot's in 2023, one foot's in 2024. And what are you taking with you across this bridge, and what are you leaving behind? So those seem to be the themes of this new moon, Sagittarius, the last new moon of 2023. We've got a full moon coming up at the end of the month, and then that will be it for the moons for this year. So let's just jump into the reading. Hello, and welcome to the collective message for the December of 2023, the last new moon of 2023, the new moon in Sagittarius. So the cards that we have, the tarot cards that we have here are the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Wands, but it's in reverse, the Four of Wands, also in reverse, and the Eight of Cups upright, and then the Three of Cups. So despite feeling like very low energy today, a lot of messages were coming through. So I'm just going to read the message first and kind of go through the tarot cards at the same time. So the year 2023 was a year 7. And 7s are about finding balance and equilibrium because, like 7's an odd number. You're constantly having to kind of shift and rebalance things, which I think it was very much reflected on a collective level this year on the lives that I've seen within the community and as well as my own personal life. So this year 7 was about finding balance and equilibrium amongst the chaos. To know that you can be in charge of your emotions, which I think is what this Queen of Cups is saying. To know that you can be in charge of your emotions and well-being and spirituality unapologetically towards others. If you are feeling stuck and like you can't move, which is the reverse Eight of Wands, feeling stuck, be okay with that stillness and be okay with the emptiness that the new moon can bring us. That's like going into the shadows and going into the dark is about releasing and sitting with that emptiness. It's also what the whole season of winter is about as well. You see it reflected in nature with all the trees are bare and they're okay with it. They still stand tall and strong and they just kind of sit in that emptiness because they know that eventually their branches will be full of leaves again. Be okay with the emptiness, be okay with the stillness, be okay with canceling plans. The Four of Wands reversed is canceling plans. Be okay with canceling plans that you don't have the energy to handle. Like be okay with walking away from situations. This is the Eight of Cups. Being okay with walking away from situations that don't serve your highest good. be okay with the few people in your life. With the 3 of Cups, there's only 3 here, but be okay with the few people in your life that celebrate you and that lift you up, and the ones that are still gonna be around even when there isn't anything to celebrate, when there's difficult when life throws you stuff, like, you notice people scatter, because people just want to go out to dinner, and they wanna have fun, and they wanna go to a concert, or they wanna, Um, like, the older you get, the more you realize that, like, it's not just about having people around you celebrating those good times, it's about having the people that stick around, even if there's nothing else to celebrate. So we're moving from this year 7 into a year 8, which is interesting because we have 2 8 tarot cards here. And the year of 8 is that balance. Like, when we have a year 7, we have a 3 and then we have a 4. And, like, that it's difficult to create balance there, but when we have a 4 when we have an 8 year, we have 2 4s. 4s are squares, 4s are foundations and stability and groundedness. When we have 2 of those, you have, there's unlimited possibilities, and because we have this groundedness and this stability. So, we're moving into an 8 year of infinite possibilities. It's the 2 4s that balance us and provide stability for the future. The old world is gone. It's time to live a more positive life from which to thrive, not just survive. So, I think for all of us, that this new moon is really kind of taking in and integrating everything that has gone on in 2023, and looking ahead to 2024, releasing any of the things that we don't wanna bring into, like, we're heading into 2024, what do we not want to carry with us? And what this reading is saying is we don't wanna carry with us the guilt of feeling like you have to do something even though you don't want to. We want to be able to say no to things. We want to be able to cancel plans. We want to um, walk away from the people that aren't there for us when we need a friend, when we need a true friend. Um, we want to be okay with the stillness because we have to clear away a lot of the things, specifically within society, the larger structures need to go away because it's suppressing us and holding us down. And I think that that is going to involve being okay with the emptiness. Like that means that we're going to have to get rid of things that might be a little bit comfortable for now, but it's not supporting us, it's not helping us thrive, it's not moving us forward, and it's not pushing us ahead. So we might just have to be okay with sitting in stillness, sitting in darkness, being able to have conversations with people again and not just throwing on Netflix and numbing out after work. Not needing to have to numb out after work because you're providing a service, providing a skill, doing something that you love and something that helps you to thrive and survive, not something that you're just leaves you feeling like you're throwing your life away because you're just constantly slaving away and can never get ahead. Our oracle messages are the traveler, move in a new direction, which is the most perfect card for a Sagittarius new moon, who is the archer, and he points his arrow in the direction or in a new direction. We have the mirror guardian, take time to reflect. And we have the snake, shed old skin. So these cards are repeating what I've already said. The new moons is a time of reflection and sitting in that darkness, sitting in that stillness and seeing what you see. Because when you let your eyes adjust to the darkness, you'll see that there's this whole world there. And releasing and shedding the part of you that doesn't work for you anymore, shedding that old skin. and then again moving in a new direction. But I am still going to read from the book just in case I'm missing any messages because of feeling low energy. So, the traveler, welcome any opportunities to travel either to the outer world or into your inner worlds. With this being a new moon, I believe this is a message about traveling to the inner worlds and going within. So, the travel card represents the gypsy spirit within. The opportunity to move in a new direction is coming your way, and ancestral wisdom is encouraging you to welcome it with open arms. Going on a trip is an exciting process because not only do you learn about the world, you learn about yourself. This card often comes up when you have a chance to go through a process of awakening and understand even more about the amazing qualities you have to share with the world. Often, such journeys can be lonely, but this is in itself can teach you that you are never really alone and your angels and ancestors are always there for you. Think even I when I was pulling this 3 of Cups card, I was kind of feeling like being okay even if it's, like, only your guides that are with you along this journey. I think, like, we all have the potential to meet those people, like, human people in our lives that will be there to support us unconditionally, but remember that, like, your guides are always there, and I was getting the feeling of, like, for some of us, it might be that it's just the the guides are always there. Trust that your guides are always, 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 always there. So, the road you are on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, I don't know what that sound was. Um, if it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within. And you will be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load because that will make the journey more enjoyable. You are also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way, you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. That's interesting because I wasn't really seeing that. I mean, this is a solo traveler here pictured on the card. So I wasn't really thinking about its relationship to the 3 of Cups card, but it certainly is about like meeting new people that will support you on your journey, as well as the knowing that your spirit guides are always there. And so I don't think that the recording was able to pick up this sound, but when I was reading this message and when I was talking about the spirit guides are always there, there was a notification that went off on my streaming software for our pet squirrel, who's like a virtual pet that we use on stream. And he's been on vacation for a while and they finally have updated the program. And so anyways, the new software is on my streaming platform now, and it just for some reason, a notification for it just went off, and it was like this little twinkling bell sound, and, I don't know, that seemed like it was confirmation that even if human people aren't there to support you, that, like, spirit is, because Squirrel and Pando is like a virtual pet, and your spirit guides are like virtual friends. So, that was kind of interesting. So, the mirror garden, take time or guardian, take time to reflect. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and your challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you are going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. Again, I wasn't expecting this card to refer to the spirit guides and angels and stuff. Interesting. So, the mirror guardian, a female angel looking into a mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are, in fact, what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the mirror guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. The extended message of this card is you are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths that you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular, those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. So this is a really interesting message. When I was reading it, I was just really feeling the reflection aspect of 2023. Like 2023 has been a lot, not just on like what I've seen within the community and in my own personal life, but just like globally, it's been so much. And honestly, this year, I think I've just gotten to this end point of just exhaustion where you just have to surrender because there's kind of no other option. And like it's been like 3 years of constant stress and anxiety like nonstop. And I see this in my massage clients as well. There's just really I feel like the only thing I'm helping people with is providing consistent massage so that at least like once a month or every other week they're taking an hour to just surrender, release and let go. And sometimes that's all you can do. Like we try so hard to fix things, but there is so much that can happen in that surrender, in that release, in that let go of control, and the reflection of just integrating and observing and seeing and being the witness. And the snake card here says, cast off the old, reveal your true colors, talents, and gifts to the world. In many spiritual traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine and tantric teachings. It symbolizes the Kundalini, which is the powerful serpentine energy within that allows you to reach your highest spiritual potential. When the sacred ones saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew that there was transformation in the air. For me, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to read that again. So, moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past. The energy of renewal is washing over you as at this time. If you, for some reason, feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know this energy is leaving you now. As you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along your way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now the external world will begin to reflect all of the work that you have been doing within. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognize your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance, and connection. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. And that's celebration. I hope that this collective message is resonating with everybody because I really see it reflecting the Sagittarius new moon energy, the Neptune energy that we have going on with Neptune going direct. It's also making very positive aspects to a lot of things. So Neptune is very, very significant right now. There is still this sense of restriction with Jupiter being retrograde, but that is going to release at the end of this month, December 30th. So I think that again, that message of allowing for the emptiness, allowing for the darkness, because that's when we're able to see things clearly a lot of times. And it takes time to shed and release. So allow for this rest and digest and integration and reflection to happen within the next few weeks so that hopefully we can kind of by the time and we have a full moon at the end of the month too. So by the time that energy has increased and the moon is illuminated and Jupiter goes direct, I'm hoping that that will bring a lot more light and energy to 2024, right as we're transitioning into 2024, actually. So, our archetype card is the underworld. So, here we go in the darkness again, and the temple. So, the keywords for the underworld are the nightmare, the ordeal, and the bottom. This is no time to mince words. The archetypal territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. Traversing it forces us to bow humbly to the greater forces that be, while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. Take solace that the underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. This card kind of gives me chills because in a way, since we talk about the moon a lot here on this channel, essentially, like the moon is going into the underworld when it goes dark around a new moon, like it is now. So, in a way, if we continuously allow ourselves to go into that deep, dark place once a month, uh, it feels less scary. It feels more empowering. And it feels like when we go to the dark side, you're able to see, find, and appreciate the light that much more. And I almost kind of see like these two cards together as being like when you go to the underworld, you might find that it is an inner temple. So the sanctuary, the shrine, and the altar, we think of the temple, when we think of the temple, we often envision an architectural structure in a far off land. We are quick to distance ourselves from the sacred, assuming that we must expend much effort in order to arrive there. Yet the temple is a universal and omnipresent energy, accessible in the highest and lowest, richest and poorest of places. Visiting the temple might be as simple as stepping into the dappled light of the forest, slowly and sensuously kissing a lover, or closing your eyes to travel inward. This card is a call to re-examine what you pay homage to and what you reject. What do you spend your time worshiping? Your phone, money, material goods? What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? Perhaps there is room on your altar for something new, something surprising, and offer it to the heavens. So I think this is really interesting because I do think that a lot of people, I mean, this is why a lot of people avoid meditation because you think that like you think that we think I've had these thoughts too. We think that like it's going to inhibit your day-to-day life. Like we think when in fact it's going to enhance it. Like we think like, oh, but if I take 30 minutes time to meditate, then I'm going to be like groggy and sleepy the rest of the day. I'm not going to be able to get my work done. I'm not going to be able to get my chores done. I got to take care of the kids. I got to do this. I got to do that. And we avoid going to connecting to spirit, connecting to source, going within, finding some sort of temple and sanctuary and place of peace because it's like it's almost like we feel like if we're in a state of calm and peace and relaxation, that we're not going to be able to function in society because society is like go, 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 push, 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 fight, 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 win, win, win. And there is no peace in that. So it's like we can't there is this struggle of like, well, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I've got too much to do. Um But really, like the card says, all you have to do is close your eyes and you can be there instantly, like, if you allow it, if you let yourself. These cards, I was kind of asking, like, the oracle cards in general, I was asking, what what guidance do we have for this new moon and looking ahead into 2024? Whereas this last card here, I feel like, um, this card, can be a guide for this new moon, but I do feel like, this is from the Divine Masters Oracle Guidebook. I do feel like this guide, like she keeps coming out. Like I've only had this deck for, I don't know, maybe like a couple weeks, and she keeps coming out. So I feel like she wants to be worked with into 2024 as well. That was like a really long-winded way of saying, like, I feel like Isis is coming forward for this new moon, but also like leading us into 2024 and perhaps being a companion in 2024. So her message is reclaiming magic, call back your power and what is rightfully yours. And before I get into the guidebook message, I was really feeling its relationship to the original tarot messages of like when we're wasting our time doing things that don't serve our highest good just because we don't know how to say no, or we feel guilty about canceling, or we just feel like we have to do these things. Like that's taking our energy. It's wasting our energy. It's taking our power. So by doing things that you know you don't like and you know aren't going to help you and you know that aren't going to serve you, it's wasting your energy. So Isis is here asking you to call back your power and what is rightfully yours. Like, why are you giving everybody else your power instead of using it for yourself? So she also says, well, Isis is one of the foremost goddesses of ancient Egypt. She is a high priestess, goddess, and mother figure all in one, and is associated with the energies of the moon, magic, love, and conquering the underworld. Oh my gosh. Through her life experiences, connections, and understanding of magical forces, she has wisdom to offer us. Isis is a keeper of magical energy. She is dedicated to helping those who feel called to connect with the magic within. She helps us see the magic isn't something that comes to us, but an energy we awaken within. So it's something that we already have. She is particularly drawn to those stepping into and honoring the divine feminine and those who are reclaiming aspects of themselves or their power that have had to be left behind. So I feel that stepping into and honoring the divine feminine, like the way society is run right now is very masculine. Like I said, it's very go, 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 do, win, 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 fight, fight, fight. And the feminine is opposite of that. The feminine is rest, relaxation, the moon, um, receiving, integrating, accepting. And this card is saying also reclaiming. So it's your time to be your whole self. The parts of yourself that have had to be left behind are now ready to return. This is a time to stop playing small and step back into your greatness. If you feel something or someone has pushed you away from your most authentic self, the power of magic is guiding you to take the reins back into your own hands. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from being who you were born to be. Let your voice be heard. Let your gifts be seen. Let your power be revealed. If you feel that you have lost or forgotten parts of yourself due to situations beyond your control, know that these fragments are not lost, but waiting to be reclaimed. Call back all fragments of your innocence, gifts, talents, vulnerability, heart, and anything else that might be out there in the universe. This is a powerful moment of spiritual awakening, and the world is here for the world is here to be your witness. Welcome home to yourself. I feel like this is a really beautiful message to close out 2023 with, and a really refreshing way to look at this moon. I've really it's out of my control how low my energy is right now, and I've just kind of like given up on trying to feed it. Like I've just been like, okay, I'm just not gonna have caffeine, I'm not gonna have sugar. I've been like what can if like trying to eat carbs, like what can I do to get some quick energy now? And the surrender that I've had to come to is just resting is the only way to get my energy back. It's the only way. Like I can't keep just giving myself these jolts of caffeine or sugar or carbs or whatever. I need to sleep, I need to rest, and I need to do that deeply. And every time I do that, even just like if I'm like, okay, I'll take like an hour nap. It's like an hour's not enough. Like I apparently have just like burnt myself out to the point of just total exhaustion. Like climbing up the stairs is like difficult to do, which is so crazy um to experience. But the only way to get your power back is to reclaim it and to replenish it. Like we can't keep feeding ourselves artificial fuel that's just going to give us this jolt and burst of energy, and then it's just going to burn us out again. So the overall message here, I feel like we can all be the Queen of Cups and sit in our divine feminine energy, connect to our emotions around this new moon, connect to our spirituality, connect to our magic, and reclaim it and own it, and make a vow and a promise to ourselves that I'm not going to give it away to anybody who's going to abuse it, even if that abuse is coming from myself. Like allow yourself to honor yourself in that much respect that like you're not going to do that to yourself anymore. You're not going to just give your power away. You're not going to give your energy away, especially if nothing is coming back to you. Allow yourself to go deep and dark and travel in the underworld and see what you find there, see what you find in past lives or past memories. See what happens when you reflect even just on 2023, and allow yourself to find this temple within, to find this space where you can replenish and you can fill your cup back up and leave that skin behind that isn't serving you anymore, and allow for this to be no guilt for canceling plans, no guilt for walking away from things that don't serve you, and find your tribe, find your people, find your team that's going to love and support you unconditionally, even if that is just in the spirit realm of things. You certainly, everyone who's watching this video can obviously call on Isis to assist with this transformation. And she's happy and willing to help. Look at that beautiful face. She's ready to awaken you to your magic. So thanks for tuning in. Sorry, hopefully I will have a Capricorn pick a card next month. Thanks for being patient with me. And remember, if you want to learn more about this new moon, if you want some more journaling questions to go along with this last new moon of 2023, and start looking at 2024, the 2024 Just a Phase Moon Planner is available. Not that many people have bought it yet, so it's available and ready. I'm thinking that this is going to be the last week that you could get it by Christmas if you wanted to get it as a gift for somebody. And don't forget, if you have purchased your planner and received it, don't forget your free gift is waiting in the Priestess of Wonderland shop as well. That includes your tabs. Oh my gosh, all sorts of things. Stickers, the scratch off card for next year. There's some washi tape, a candle, and a free gift that I'm not telling you what it is, but it's one of my favorite things to work with. So check that out in the Priestess of Wonderland shop. The planner is available in the Vervante bookstore, which is the publisher, and but the digital one is also in the Priestess of Wonderland shop. So I'm gonna go get some more rest. I hope that you're able to find time to rest around this new moon as well. I think that this is just particularly hard hitting for me because I have at least 3 planets in Sagittarius, it might be 4, and they're all in my 10th house, so, it's been a wild, wild time right now for me. So, anyways, have a happy new moon. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.